Hey friends, welcome to a very late episode of Love in the Time of Quarterbacks. Apologize for the delay. It's just been a crazy week with work and replacing all the appliances in my house and things like that. So I apologize that this is coming out late. It's also going to be pretty brief. I only have 3 plays. I have 2 sides and a teaser. And it's Sunday morning, so I want to make it short and sweet so I can upload it quickly and you guys can see it. Last week we were 4-3. We crushed sides, but our teasers killed us, and we were minus 1.21 units. On the year, we're 29-18, up 17.39 units. Again, still a great year thus far. We're very happy about it, but we'd like to make some money this week. So, first play I have is Carolina -3 versus the Washington football team. You can currently get that minus 115 at Party Poker. That's the best line that I'm seeing right now. I'm playing that for a unit. I think the difference between anybody they've had and Cam Newton is pretty big. I know Cam Newton was bad for the Patriots, but I think that's more like a systemic thing. I think Belichick has shown that he does really well with a certain type of quarterback, and that's definitely not Cam. Cam looked fine doing the two little things that he did, but I really think this game is more about Christian McCaffrey looking really good. Chuba's looking good. Washington doesn't handle the running back position as well as they did last year. They've given up way more yards to running backs this year than you would have expected. Chase Young and Montez Sweat are both obviously out, so that's going to be huge for their pass rush and things like that, which is going to give Cam more of an opportunity. I still don't think Cam's going to throw it a ton. I'm hoping when he does, it's to DJ Moore because Moore makes things happen, and I have him in fantasy. Not that you care, I know. But I just think they're going to be able to control the ball. I think that their defensive pressure rate is really high, and I think that'll affect Heineke and his ability to do anything. So yeah, I really like Carolina in this spot. I know I've been on Carolina a bunch, and I've been wrong about them a few times. I just think this is a really good spot for them. I think Washington played the game of their lives last week, and I think that people are going to be higher on them than they should be. And I think that Carolina is going to win this game pretty handily. So I like Carolina -3 for a unit. I'm also on my Miami Dolphins this week for 2 units, -3 at the New York Jets. Joe Flacco sucks. The last time Joe Flacco played against the Miami Dolphins, they had what I believe is less talent on the team and smacked them. So I think they're going to smack them again. I think Miami, it looks as though Flores has started doing the defensive play calling again the last couple weeks, and their defense has definitely improved. They're back to the things they're good at. If they're able to put some pressure on Flacco, I mean, we know he, will throw up some crazy balls. And with the guys that we have on the team, we have, in my opinion, the best ball hawk cornerback in football, in Xavier Howard. And, I think using guys like Javon Holland to put some pressure on him are going to be able to create some turnovers and things like that. And when the Dolphins turn other teams over, they win the game. That's when they're effective. That's when they're efficient. That's why they were so good last year. So I think defense and turnovers are going to be a big key in this game. I think the Dolphins are going to be able to do that. The Jets are trash. They're just not a very good football team. And Miami has not been a very good football team, and this isn't me being a homer because I'll pick against Miami if I think it's the right thing. I picked against them twice when they played the Bills, and I bet heavily that way. But I really do think that the Dolphins are going to beat them handily here. I think that it's likely a double-digit win. Tua doesn't get priced as an upgrade or much of an upgrade over Jacoby Brissett, but he's a massive upgrade over Jacoby Brissett if you actually watch the game. He's a much smarter quarterback. He throws the ball better. He's much more accurate. Brissett is bad. I think that I don't think Tua gets enough value. I don't think Tua is a superstar. I know I love the guy. I think he's going to be good if they ever get him an offensive line. But I think he's better than he gets credit for. I mean, his numbers are better than Mac Jones, but everybody thinks Mac Jones is a superstar and everybody thinks Tua is a bust. It's really funny. I mean, if you look at their first 9 games and what they had, Mac Jones is the second best defense in football. Tua had the 5th best defense in football, but Mac Jones also has a competent O-line, and Tua had what he had last year and what he has this year. But over the first 9 games, Tua's numbers are better. Mac Jones has a few more passing yards, I believe, but everything else Tua's better at. But everybody thinks Mac Jones is, it's the Patriots have found their quarterback of the future. Well, I mean, they have, because the Patriots love system quarterbacks who don't have to do a lot. They turned one guy into the guy that everybody thinks is the greatest of all time. But if you want to talk about what they're actually doing on the field, Tua's been better, and Tua was better in his rookie year, and he got called a bust, but Mac Jones is a superstar because he plays under Bill Belichick's system. I don't know. Anyway, and Tua won more too. Tua was 6-3 versus 5-4. I don't know. Anyways, I'm not here to bitch about Mac Jones. I'm just saying Tua's better than he gets credit for. I don't think he's a superstar. I don't think he's anywhere there yet, and I need to see a lot more out of him before I will say that I think he's a good quarterback, or a very good quarterback. But I think as it is, he's a good quarterback. So Miami -3, you can get at -120 at Bet Online. There's a lot of 3.5s. I only found 2 3s. So again, I don't like playing things, losing the hook. It's not worth it to me. So Miami -3, if you can get it, -120 at Bet Online. I'm playing that for 2 units. I really do think they're going to smash them. And I have a 7-point teaser as well. I am taking Buffalo, moving them to even versus Indianapolis. I just think that, I know Indy's getting better, but I think Buffalo's going to feel the pressure that they have to keep up with the Patriots, because the Patriots just keep winning. So I think that Buffalo is, going to knuckle down, win this game. They're definitely the better team between the two, and all they need to do is win. So I think Buffalo's going to win the game. So I'm moving them to an even is easy for me. Moving them to the pick'em is easy for me. I'm also liking Dallas plus 9.5 at Kansas City. I know Kansas City is back as of last week, but it also just could be that the Raiders are not as good as everybody was pretending they were. Dallas is a good team. They run the ball. They control the ball well. If Dallas is able to go on some of those long drives, and even if you notice, Kansas City wasn't doing 2-play touchdowns because people are, generally playing that too high safety against them. The Raiders decided not to do that, and that's what happens when you don't do that. So assuming Dallas is going to run that, too high safety system, I'm assuming Quinn is smart enough to see that limits their offense, and Dallas likes to run the ball, so assuming they're going to run the ball a bunch, I think this game is going to be lower scoring maybe than we think it is. If people just look at the two teams and be like, they can get 99 points. I don't have enough of an edge to push the under, but I do think that thinking one team's going to win by 10 is a lot. Dallas could lose this one by 10. They lost the worst teams by 10 or more, but I just don't think it's going to happen. So I'm on the Cowboys here plus 9.5. And the last one here is Tennessee, moving Tennessee from -10 to -3 versus Houston. Houston sucks. Miami trashed them. So I think it's very easy that Tennessee should trash them. Even without Derrick Henry, we've seen Tennessee still an efficient team. There's not much more to say about that. Houston's bad, Tennessee good. If they only have to win by a field goal, I would love it if I could have gotten it at 9, moving it from 9.5 to 2.5. But unfortunately, we couldn't move through the last key number. I still don't think that's going to matter. I still think Tennessee's going to truck them anyways. But just for the sake of this, we moved that to Tennessee -3. So our 3 plays are Carolina -3 for 1 unit, Miami -3 for 2 units. It's pretty chalk, I know, but they're the only 2 ones that I really liked. I thought about playing Dallas plus 2.5, but I didn't. So anyways, and then the 7-point teaser for 2 units is Buffalo moving to pick'em, Dallas moving to plus 9.5, and Tennessee moving to -3. As always, guys, make sure you're being safe, betting smart, being responsible. I appreciate you guys following. I actually got a bunch of messages this morning because I hadn't sent this out yet. So I appreciate you guys who do actually pay attention and watch every week. If you're not following me on Twitter for extra picks, at CPT_handsome. Otherwise, stay away from Barstool. They're trash. I'll tell you every week. They're trash human beings. They're a trash book. And yeah, may all your bets be winners. Take care, guys. Thank you.